Hey friends, welcome back to the Elevated Dose. This is the 7th bonus episode in our January series, and today we're talking about money. Not budgets, not hustle, not financial glow-ups, or dramatic turnaround stories. Money is a system we live inside because for most of us, finances are one of the most emotionally charged areas of life. Not because we're bad with money, but because money has been wrapped in shame, silence, and avoidance for as long as we can remember. And when money feels heavy, everything else feels harder. So today I want to talk about what elevated finances actually mean, why shame keeps people stuck, and why clarity, not perfection, is the foundation of financial stability. We're often told money is logical. Add it up, track it correctly, spend less than you earn. But if money were just math, people wouldn't avoid looking at it. Money is emotional. It represents safety, freedom, control, scarcity, worth. For many people, money is tied to fear of not having enough, fear of messing it up, fear of confirming worst case stories about themselves. This fear leads to avoidance, and avoidance is expensive. Most of us learned about money through shame. You spent too much. You should have known better. Why can't you just be responsible? Even well-meaning advice often reinforces this. Just cut back. Just budget better. Just stop buying things you don't need. None of that addresses why people spend the way they do. Shame doesn't create better behavior, it creates secrecy, and secrecy prevents clarity. If we don't look at our finances, we can pretend things are fine. We can delay the discomfort, avoid confronting trade offs. We can tell ourselves we'll deal with it later, but avoidance doesn't remove consequences. It just postpones them. Clarity feels scary because it's honest. It shows us where money is actually going, what's unsustainable, what needs adjustment. But clarity is also relieving because once you see reality, you can work with it. Elevated finances are not about having more money. I wish they were. They're about having awareness, knowing what's coming in, what's going out, what matters to us, and what trade offs we're willing to make. Elevated finances don't require perfection, they require honesty. When elevated became my word, finances had to follow. Not because I wanted to restrict myself, but because I wanted my money to support the life I was building. Money should support your life, not stress it constantly. Elevated finances ask, does my spending align with my values? Does my financial structure reduce anxiety or increase it? Does my money support my health, rest, and stability? That doesn't mean you never spend impulsively. Could you imagine? It means impulsive spending isn't running the system. Budgets fail when they're disconnected from values. If a budget feels like punishment, it won't last. If it feels restrictive without purpose, resentment will build. Elevated finances start with alignment. What do you care about? What are you protecting? What brings you stability? When spending reflects your values, discipline feels less forced. Financial stress affects health. It disrupts sleep. It increases anxiety. It fuels inflammation. It limits recovery. And poor health can make financial decisions harder. Medical costs, reduced capacity, emotional spending. This loop is real. Elevated finances acknowledge that money and health are linked. Clarity doesn't require a perfect system. It requires looking, knowing your numbers, not daily, not obsessively, but consistently. Seeing money as information, not judgment. That shift alone can reduce anxiety. Elevated finances are not about deprivation. They're about intention, spending with awareness, saving with purpose, adjusting without shame. Alignment makes choices easier. And money, it touches everything: where we live, how we eat, how we rest, what we tolerate. If money is chaotic, life feels unstable. Clarity creates steadiness, no matter how much your net worth is. Money affects work, work affects stress, stress affects health. Nothing exists alone. We need to strengthen our entire system, and that includes elevated finances. If money feels heavy right now, I want you to hear this clearly. You're not bad with money. You're not irresponsible. You're not broken. You're not alone. You may just be avoiding clarity because shame taught you to. Elevated finances choose clarity instead, and clarity creates freedom.